I mentioned that the properties takes up a lot of room. It doesn't look like it right here, but depending upon what you have selected, the options change, and sometimes they get really long. So I'm thinking I might do something different and then end up changing my workspace and moving properties over here and replacing this with some of the things we're doing right now. And so that's the great thing about a custom workspace. You can always customize it. So under Window, we need color. You know, color is kind of essential. When you open up the color panel, you get the color guide along with it. So instead of just pulling color, I'm going to pull this whole panel and move it over and tuck it up into the top. Not here. See where the whole thing's highlighted? That means it's going to drop in right next to properties. Actually, that could work. Because what I intend to do, here, let me show you both ways. Here's the problem. Now I've got color and color guide, and here you can see how to put these things back together. And if I put this up at the top, that's where I wanted it. And I wanted to pull properties out and then tuck it in right here at the top of the list, but then close it. Now it says properties. I want this thing closed so it's just the icon. Okay, because we can remember that that's properties. And if you don't remember, you just click on it. Hey, what was that? And now we can tuck other applications, other windows, panels right here. So let's see what else we have. The Align panel is huge. We're going to use this all the time. And Align pops up with Transform and Pathfinder. I like Align over to the right. And hey, look, by default, this thing opens up without the most important part visible. That's one of the things that you can do that will also be saved. See this little double-headed arrow here? If you click on it, the Align panel minimizes. If you click on it again, you get what you need to have, because what are you aligning to? Are you aligning to the selection, a key object, or the artboard? It's huge to be able to have this here. By default, that's missing. Adobe, you're insane. I love you, but you're insane for doing that to people. Hey, the Transform panel and the Pathfinder. Lots of good stuff here. Okay, so I want the Align panel active. I want to tuck this in underneath color. Right there, see that line? Not on the Layers panel. Right there under color. Now, we need the artboards too. We're not going to use them yet, but Window, I want them sitting there because I want you thinking, what the heck are artboards? And we don't need the asset export. We're not going to deal with that this early in the year, if at all. Let's come up here and let's tuck artboards in right next to Layers. So now we've got 3 panels here, and we've got our properties over here. This is a good time to go ahead and update our workspace, but there's no update workspace. You actually have to create a new workspace, name it the exact same thing, and Illustrator is going to go, hey, you got that file exists already. I really think there should be a button that just says update this. That just seems like a no-brainer. But now, if I switch over to my SCO workspace, here we go. And if I switch back to the demo workspace, there it is. So you see how wonderful. Oh, I saved this on the artboards. I don't want the artboards active. I want the layers active. So in order to make that happen, I have to say new workspace, demo, and this is why giving them a short name is really good. Because now, if I switch to the SCO workspace and then back, layers is active. Okay, we can add and add and add to this, and I think I'll leave the rest of this for the projects we have to come. Rather than turning you loose when you get rid of Illustrator or get finished with Illustrator and Photoshop, I think I'm going to take you through a couple specific projects in order for us to continue to build our workspaces and our skill sets. And then I'm going to have a whole nother section for you to look up little quick tips and tricks, strategies and techniques, all kinds of things, resources for you guys to get rolling.